First sight we'll see, we'll land 100 yards below it, and or above it, in a place where it's good and high place for you with the skiff. And I'll go, fix up some kind of yarn, and get somebody to go for that gang. Let them out of their scrape. And, so they can go and be hung when their time occurs.
Oh.
Let's land out here, Jim.
I don't want no fooling longer on no rack. We done blame well, we better let blame well alone, as the good book says. Like that nowadays, a watchman on that rack.
Watchman your grandmother. There ain't nothing to watch but the Texas and the pilot house. Do you reckon anybody's gonna risk his life for a Texas in the pilot house such as a night as this? Where it's likely to break up and wash down the river any minute? And besides, we might borrow something worth having out of the captain's stateroom. Cigars, I bet you, can cost 5 cents a piece in solid cash. Steamboat captains is always rich, get $60 a month. They don't care a cent what things cost, you know, as long as they want it. Stick a can in your pocket, I can't rest, Jim, till we get her rummaging. Do you reckon Tom Sawyer would ever go by nothing like this? Not for a pie, he wouldn't. He'd call it an adventure, that's what he'd call it. And he'd land on that wreck if it was the last act. And wouldn't he have style into it? Wouldn't he spread himself nor nothing? Why did you think it was Christopher Columbus discovering Kingdom Come? I wish Tom Sawyer was here.
Oh.
Please don't, boys. I'll never tell.
It's a lie, Jim Turner. You've done this before. You always want the most share, and then you've just asked it too many times before. You're the meanest, most treacherous man in the country.
Dude, you ain't never said nothing truer than for. Listen to him beg. He'd have killed us if we wouldn't have got the best of him and tied him up.
Yeah.
Put up that pistol, Bill.
I don't want to, Jake Packer. He deserves it.
No, I'm not for killing him. I got my reasons.
Bless your heart for those words, Jake Packard. Wash.
Here, Bill, come in here.
He says he'll tell, and he will. If he was to give both our shares to him now, it wouldn't make no difference after the row. And that way, we've served him. Sure as you're born, he'll turn state's evidence. Now you hear me. I'm for putting him out of his mint-troublery.
Hold on a minute. There's quieter ways of doing this. Shooting ain't the way to go.
I got him.
You can stab him or drown him in the river. You got me?
Yeah. I got you good.
And at the same time, when you shoots him, you brings in other risks. You get?
Yeah, I get.
Aight.
You bet it is. How you gonna manage it this time?
Well, my idea is we'll rustle around and gather up whatever pickings we've overlooked in this staterooms, shove for shore and hide the truck. Then we'll wait. Now, I say we ain't going to be more than 2 hours before this Rex breaks up and washes off downriver, see? He'll be drowned and you won't have nobody to blame for it but his own self. I reckon that's a considerable sight better than killing of him. I'm unaffordable to be killing a man as long as you can get around it. It ain't good sense and it ain't good morals. Ain't I right?
Yeah, you're right, yeah. But suppose you don't break up and wash off.
Well, I guess we can wait the 2 hours then, can't we?
Aye, we be on our way now.
Aye.
Jim! Quick, Jim. There ain't no time for fooling around and moaning. There's a gang of murderers yonder. And if we don't hunt them down their boat and set her adrift down the river so these fellows can't get away from the wreck, there's where I'm gonna be in a fix. And if we don't get their boat down, we can't leave. You start the raft.
Oh, lordy, lordy, there ain't no raft no more. She done broke loose, and here we is.
Heave that blame old lantern aside, Bill. All right, shove off.
Hold on, you go through him.
No, it ain't you.
Ah! No, so he's got to share cash yet?
Well then, come along. No use in taking the truck and leave the money.
Say, won't he suspicion what we're up to?
Maybe he won't, but we gotta have it anyways. Come along.
So they got out and went in.
You don't say.
straight up red. We wore red hats, red coats, and even red overalls.
Mother effer!
I just deer blood right on my boots. I had black boots, but I killed me a big old 8-point buck my first year when I was 7. I took the deer blood and I spread it all on my boots,
7.
and I had red boots.
So am I, says. Go! Throw that lantern out of sight, old Bill. Already, shove off.
Hold on, you go through 'em yet?
No, did you?
In the scene. Hold on.
No, I didn't.
Let's land here, Jim.
I don't want to go fooling no longer on that rack. We's don't blame well, and we better get bail alone. And the good book says, like as not days of watchman.
Post row.
Let's land here, Jim.
I don't want no fooling along on no rack. We don't blame well, and we better to blame well alone, as the good book says. Like I had not days of watchman on that rack.
Let's land on here, Jim.
I don't want no fooling longer on no rack. We're doing blame well. We better let blame well alone, as the good book says. Like there not days of watchmen on that rack.
Watchman, your grandmother.
Heave that blame lantern out of sight, Bill. Already, shove off.
Hold on, you go through 'em.